the game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got this.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Right to the air is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Right side to Watson.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. In motion right is Brown.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they got to change up what they have been doing.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He finds Watson complete. And now the rookie's free. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 96 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Hurts throws complete to Goddard, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He's got Watkins on the out route. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Eagles nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
75 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
It's a big play there for Green Bay.
And even 40 yards.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On first down, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On first down, Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
18
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
18, 5 years.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Back to throw here. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Working with a second and 3. Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards in the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Throwing is Hurts.
Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Sanders.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. Third and goal. Sanders again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith,
35 yards.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Hey, 626.
Now it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
88.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Look at the big man run fumble, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 26 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Rodgers now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. But 1st down, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll get this out near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Buying time to his left. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's touchdown!
Christian Watson
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Number 50, hey, you want over here.
Rodgers will throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Hassan Reddick.
The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores, as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
No gain on the play there. Second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win...
I just scraped it off the top.